Hey man, why didn't y'all tell me that boy Lestat was from French, Alabama? Because those three words shouldn't be. Those three words shouldn't be in the same sentence in close proximity, especially the mother part. And from some of the flashbacks, like, seems like she was also on that French countryside. So she's old. So probably his mother. Like, probably his actual mother. Also, something really cool that I spotted on a rewatch. One of my favorite scenes last episode was Lestat editing Daniel's book. And there was this moment where he said it was raining or it wasn't raining.
I know what infinitesimal means.
I think it's here.
Raining.
No! So that it was raining. On first watch, I was like, what the f would he be talking about? And then I remembered the I Heard Your Heart's Dancing scene. And I think Louis was going back and forth with, was it raining, was it not raining? Because he saw Lestat's boots wet and filled with mud. And I think it was in season 2 and he was kind of trying to get it straight when he was talking to Daniel. And I was like, I like that. Let me know if you saw that on the second watch or the first watch too. I think that was a dope insert there. I mean, he was talking about things Louis got wrong and whatnot. So I thought that was a great line then. All right, episode 2.
Previously on the Vampire Lestat.
Is that her voice? Oh my god. Well, duh, she is French. That voice is oof.
Previously on the Vampire Lestat.
You know someone called Daniel Malloy?
Oh, I do.
Vampire. Is it true you were a stutterer as a child?
The name's Raglan James.
We need to get back to that.
Got me wondering what it'd be like. Ride with others.
The Tooth Team, the Fang Gang.
I assume a privileged individual such as yourself enjoys a little dirt in their sandwich.
Lover. Mother.
You are listening to The Failures, album 8A.
Okay.
Listening after the epiphany of the last hour. There might be value added in illuminating the why.
Fondling is an interesting choice of words, my boy.
Welcome back. I've been fondling my thoughts since the last album, and I believe there might be value added in illuminating the why you've weathered the Freudian storms.
Yes.
What is a penis? And yes, that ocean is my mother's vagina. Kiss, grope, aftercare. Picture Auvergne, France.
Shit.
The Liancourt family at the fag end of 1,000 years of aristocratic decline. 5 dead siblings.
Wow.
Unbaptized. And Faustin, undulating domestic bliss of our great hall.
The boy possesses an ability to envision the unseen.
Oh?
Suited to the monastic house at Haute-Loire.
And what will you get for this?
Oh, is this his father that beat scripture into him?
Favor. Sucre and cassock.
Nothing, Monseigneur. I see goodness in your son.
Are you a good boy, Lestat?
Answer your brother, Lestat.
I
Stutter.
Don't. No, he doesn't know.
My son, he got burned. The next pope. Pope! SB is right against that, John.
Gli altri hanno vinti. Tu non hai vinto proprio.
That is her. No? Just with blonde hair here. So is that a fashion choice or is it the vampirism that give her gray hair? Which would be sick, by the way. If you watch anime and stuff, you know, like gray or white hair has a lot of symbolism for characters.
One on the blood-soaked fields of France.
Gli altri hanno vinti. Tu non hai vinto proprio.
Talk to him.
Si je comprends.
In time, he would learn to find consolation in philosophy.
What is the course of studies at Haute-Loire?
Erasmus.
I asked
Erasmus.
the question.
Aristotle. Erasmus.
Cicero. Alberti.
Bruno.
The innkeeper tells me he brought these actors back to the inn. Buys them a sum of wine. The village, there, waiting for me to pay. Tenants!
Escape was
They chose the perfect person to play his dad. Grimy f***ing ass. So I'm guessing these are the siblings before they died or after. Because, you know, back then they were pumping them out like rabbits. You feel me? So he lost 5 siblings.
Tell him to bed one of them. You don't up in the wagon and join up.
Was
impressed into service.
She
as a
sacrificed
teenager.
her intellect and paid a midwife to nick her in the womb so he couldn't humiliate her anymore.
Better a gong farmer than an actor.
Better an actor than a cabbage.
Look up from your book when you speak.
Cabbage. Cabbage.
He was our little joke, the cabbages. The cabbage heads with cabbage brains and cabbage wives.
Some honor in it.
The Liancourt name, covered in his shit again.
Love nothing, do nothing, change nothing. Sit and suffer.
Am I suffering? Grégoire?
A question for the philosophers. Can a cabbage suffer?
I love that he had her by her side. Like the whole family was bullying him and she was like, that's my baby. Well, looking how that turned out. Maybe not too wholesome, but
Can a cabbage suffer?
suffer.
An hour of not displays. Pockmark the wife and Gregoire jamming his cock into servant girls like he's saucing pork. Cabbage. And players in a wagon. Cabbage.
Say cabbage one more goddamn time.
Cabbage.
Break his legs! You will hunt the land as we do. You will marry your work and have children who be.
Damn. Oh, that's a flashback we saw.
She had a cold beauty, like snow behind a thick, distorting wall of glass. And I grew hard by example.
Wolves, they are taking out their fear. Another one stolen today. To be, they will snatch a babe soon.
There you go. It's just natural grace. Beautiful natural grace.
Keep so bold now they have lost their fear. Another one stolen today.
The wolves are causing trouble, brother.
It's a famine now, Seigneur.
Sit there on your titles.
Cabbage.
Find your pricks from under the awning of yours.
Peace! Keep coughing, huh?
Seeding the nothings you had, bearing more nothings who will inherit nothing.
Not funny, brother. She's with child. Hey! Put the gun down, Lestat. The wolves will move on.
The wolves he killed.
Your protection as our Seigneur. We would like you to share some of your bounty on your table.
Hey! There's nothing more we can do here.
But be men!
She meant to kill me with the challenge.
Mm,
And then watch me surrender another decade. Watch me join the cabbages.
interesting. Oh, it's already done. Oh no, that's prey.
The good in me lost at the monastery.
Bait, not prey.
Abandoned in a traveling player's wagon.
So Lestat was always like that.
I wanted the wolves to come.
Not the dog.
Until I didn't.
Maman.
He refuses food, he refuses care.
You killed 5 wolves by yourself.
Get it straight.
5.
Say, get it straight, ma.
My dog. 8.
Do the wolves look worse?
You should see the other guy.
They wish to worship you. Your father and your brother's band. You'll enjoy it.
From room to room, slaughtering the 3 of them. That's what I dreamt when I killed the wolves.
Obviously, we'll find out soon enough, but I can't just help but wonder who initiated that intimacy. Because obviously, so far, we can see that they have some sort of dependence on each other, mostly him, because I mean, when all your family members are and mom is the only one who stand by you or defend you, obviously there will be that natural closeness, platonic in all caps. But yeah, there was that dependency, and like she looked fondly on him more than the rest because they're all cabbages. You feel me? So now I'm just wondering who initiated. I mean, let's see. Was it pre-turning into vampire or post-turning into vampire? Because like one of the things people always tell me in season 1 and season 2 is, which I mean, it has its merits in some areas. Like, don't view vampires the same way you view humans. Like, they're vampires, they're different. And for argument's sake, I always low-key found that was a little bit lazy. Like I said, it fits in some areas, but that in some areas, like expressing the vampire loneliness, how much time they have in this world, that makes some decisions not as dire like us humans who we don't have centuries to live. It makes sense in those arguments, but there's some arguments that I just felt it was intellectually lazy and not wanting to engage with some of the substance of the situation by just putting a blanket on it, or oh, they're vampires, they're monsters, they don't do this, they don't do that. But I'm like, every other thing they do is is surrounding like you know, the same emotions we feel and everything, the same type of manipulation, the same type of lies, the same type of everything. So just putting a blanket on it, or oh, they're just monsters. It's kind of like when people say, oh, men are just sexual beings, they're gonna be dogs and whatnot. I'm like, bitch, you ain't never heard of self-discipline, you ain't never heard of restraint. So it's kind of like when some men try to say, oh, you know, we're just dogs, you know, we can't be with one partner. I'm like, bitch, please go lock your dick up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing of which would be interesting for me to know, where did their incest relationship start? When they were humans or when they were vampires?
You know what I dream? I'm drinking wine, so drunk. I dream of my clothes and bathed in the mountain stream. Meg.
She is interested, man.
I go into the village, into the inn.
Don't you clean the wound first?
And I take into bed any man that comes.
Lord have mercy.
Big men, old men, boys, taking them one after another. Some magnificent release in it.
It was her.
No thought of your father or your brother. In that moment, I belong to no one except for me. Dying, I won't survive the wind.
Mother?
He has a mouth to bless.
That was awfully sensual right there, man. This man built like a bicep, bro. Holy shit.
Where are we?
Buckeye State.
Do you have the fire gift?
Oh my god.
He said, let me confirm this right now.
Sophia.
Sophia. Hello. Sophia.
Sorry, are we just like not gonna talk about last night? Are we in a half of weird bullshit that you've been putting us through for the past like year and a half? And you didn't feel like that was at all important to tell us?
Like, what else can you do?
Like, where do you put the body?
Don't answer that!
And when was the last time you talked to our mom?
I could have hung it up there too, I guess.
I love her. She said, don't answer that. Oh, God. I was wondering how this was going to play out.
But we sounded really good in Detroit. And there were another 1,000 beautifully unwell to serve in Ohio, and we're being very patient regarding the vampire incest factor.
Like in Twilight?
What do you do?
Like in Twilight.
One at a time, please.
One at a time.
I guess that's one I never thought of. They're messy, they do shit, and especially someone like Lestat who's very sensual. I guess I didn't think incest was part of the game, but like I also didn't know they peed blood, essentially. And 1,001 other things that we weren't told. With your mother though, like let us know, man. Let us know.
Do you kill people?
I sleep, I think, I sing, I drain people.
What is the difference?
I don't have to kill when I drain, I do it.
The small cup.
How many people do you kill a night?
This is what I have Farid for.
He gets most of his blood from the farm.
Most?
The farm? They tap college burnouts and attic rung bingo games. Cash only, no questions.
Oh, so you're a vampire too?
3 of us, 9 of you. Out and proud. Hi, name's Dan.
Her in the back.
On the cusp of Aries. I prefer AB negative. Who's your maker?
Have you tried RH null? Only 45 people on the planet possess it. Only 9 active donors.
Hey, this isn't a goddamn joke.
I understand the panic. You saw something that you didn't want to acknowledge. But willful ignorance is sleep in a giant's hand.
Willful ignorance.
Oh, come on.
Armand is a day
Did you
walker.
help me hose off my Mustang at service car wash in Spokane?
You said there was a deer.
As DEAR as any KFC night manager has a right to do.
Okay, so you do kill people.
We've been a part of the ecological landscape.
How do we know you're not going to kill us?
In my band for over a year and
It's
a
not
half,
your
and
band, it's our
nothing has
band.
happened
Jesus
to you.
Christ.
What we're doing, the confessional nature of the songs performing for mortals. It's sacrilegious to vampires. It's not a word. I have the blood of Akasha in me.
Sorry, what the is Akasha?
What is important and what we should be celebrating is what we did
Are all
on
your
stage
songs about this guy
last
Lewis?
night.
Louis, ma'am. So, as much as I don't watch anything prior to the season, I did see the casting of Akasha. And I cannot wait to see her. She's been name dropped. I know she will live up to that hype. I can't wait to see her. The best way I can explain what I'm experiencing from this season, because season 1 and season 2 was so incredible to me, and the long wait for this season, seeing these different vampires in these different scenarios, it feels like a kid playing with toys, playing with their favorite toys and just making different scenarios and whatnot. Oh, what would happen if this gets put with this? And that gets put with that. It's like, I want to see Armand and Daniel in a room again. I want to see Armand and Lestat in a room together. What would the energy be like? What would the atmosphere be like? Just that little fun bit of seeing Daniel come out and just say all that and go straight for Gabriella. It's like, in my head, I'm like, is he going to start flirting with her? Like, what's going on there? Like, what would Louis think about all of this? Like, my ex, love of my life, now good friend, is his mom's, his actual mom's, not just some weird kink dominatrix shit. Like, my actual mother that's wombed me.
Transcendent.
Excuse me?
Hello, Oscar. You know.
It's Louis, not Louis, and the you are referring to could be one of 24 paramours at Pompoit.
Pompoit.
We were beyond
I pulled
epic
the knife from
last
my
night.
kid. Eating black licorice is not about sucking Lewis's.
Licorice is about the first kill I made after Louis and I reconciled.
I'd say
I lived
I was hella racist.
554 days before I met Louis de Pointe-du-Lac.
you kill people. I'm people. We're people.
And so was I. No vampire was born a vampire.
F this. F you. We quit. Come on.
You quit.
They don't want to speak. But, being a vampire, I can tell you what they're thinking. 1,500 when we started, 20,000 followers now. Sound technician in Denver that muddied my solos on purpose. Glad that I killed him, except I didn't kill him, I merely fired him, Larry. Bates entourage, the brooms, the tits, the dime store darlings, Bukkake ice helmet, and 4 others that are not as good, but just as sick. If I don't hit it now, I'm gonna marry the bum and have a baby.
Damn.
Thin Lizzy sucks. We'd sound better with one guitar.
I don't think that.
Yeah, she does. Salamander, another one of Alex's vegan, straight edge mood swings. He'll be back tomorrow. And I make it a rule never to sleep with my bandmates. TC was talking about Larry. You are the best pure musician we have, other than me.
Right, because I remembered him saying he was the actual talent from the brothers. I guess for Lestat, he just want to focus on the epiphany he had last night with the music. But that's a heavy bomb dropped on them, man.
So take your time, Alex. Process it, as they say. Or sharing in one of your anonymous groups. Not if you value your life.
Yeah.
Or your brothers.
I mean, that's kind of a threat, but also a warning.
There's a dearth of privacy on a Vampire Rock tour. The bus, shared hotel floors, and as frontman, you're encircled by those who invariably want something. Now my mother, Gabriela Vich, but my fledgling, the Vampress Gabriela. And with the band at soundcheck and Yarda playing billiards on the other side of town, found an evening to catch up and kill time.
Interesting. So that change in dynamic of their relationship, still viewing her as a mother, but also viewing her as a fledgling as well. And the power balance there kind of reminds me of me, Taco, and Mina. We talked about it in our part 2 of our interview video about how confusing Armand's and Louis' relationship was towards the end of season 2, where like at one point Armand is the leader, at the other point he's calling Louis Maître and Louis in charge and this and that, where there was just some like, you know, dominatrix stuff, or like it's just like actual power between both of them. But then again, Lestat is so much stronger. I said Lestat, Armand is so much stronger than Louis. So, but then again, Lestat keep yapping about Akasha's blood, which I guess is the same blood that's in Louis too. So he has that, you know. So it's giving me the same vibe with this, with how Lestat just spelled it out, you know, who was in, she was the mother, but also fledgling, and it's like, oof.
And her. Why were you in Chicago?
I wasn't. I was glamping in Husavik. Maker called for his mama, and I came.
Yeah, about that.
I know. We really shouldn't.
We need to make a pact if you're gonna stay.
Back then.
Companionship without the calm.
Lord have mercy.
We met in Italy, of course.
The Ambrosian Carnival, of course.
Of course.
And we wore the same costume, of course. And then you unmasked me, and well...
I recognized myself in it.
So it comes back around again. How long are you gonna stay? I saw you 2 times last century. It's not an unreasonable question. Long enough for what?
Long enough to see you sing? To show me Munchie? Food court. I want to play cornhole.
The rust on the Rust Belt.
All day speed on the floor. I want to know this place of grass.
Can I take you to dinner, Sophia?
I would love that.
In a glass corner of a glass building, a group of building glass closing a sale of a substantial amount of glass in yet-to-be-tariffed Germany.
Tariffed.
So the one closest to. Study commissioned by the Centers for Disease Control on rates of depression in mid-size America. Toledo number 2 on their list.
Yikes.
Down in Toledo. A fine city to travel via the Cloud Gift, which was Gabriela's preferred mode of murder transport. Triumph is a dark road, Sophia. And each man must find his own exit.
The worst revealed themselves through time in the Grone.
7 eating seafood towers at the Chop House. 5 crapped out at the casino. Tippling by the time we plummeted back down the backside of Chubb's.
Uh-oh.
They had closed their deal, and we would close ours. Watch them. Only sometime later would I understand we were being watched as well.
Uh-oh.
Who were always there.
Rashid.
The curious, taunted, that warm spring night.
Brother?
An unamusing muse called Jenks forewarned me about.
Not real.
Or the last fumes of Detroit.
There's a classy Italian place on Adams Street.
You work here?
Go on about the... Tell me more.
The disgust in her face.
You have to do a sit down with Thomas Pitt and lawyer tomorrow.
That's your job, lover. Who's Thomas Pitt?
The owner of the hotel you defiled in Detroit. His lawyer says he's a fan and would appreciate an exclusive fan experience.
Do I have to find?
Yes. Call an Uber, go to Coffin.
Hello? Them some good muscles, girl.
Fine. Thank you, Carol.
Is that real?
You really have to understand the vampire Gabriella, when she wasn't free soloing a mountain or stirring a singing bowl in some dreary village. Even as you're being out-monstered, out-bantered, it feels good. Like watching
not the balls.
Feels good, or finding a party invitation in your victim's pocket. Well, I mean, that doesn't happen anymore, damn the invites, but being with Gabriella is like...
Predatory spirit, a good candidate for the great conversion.
Great conversion?
Starving.
Shall we take them both now?
I want to share mine with you. Wait. Do you have a lot of sex?
I'm a rock star now.
So yes.
Do you like it? Like you do the blood?
It's never like the blood. We couldn't help ourselves.
That pact is gone.
The edges of our pact.
So they are aware. I mean, I was assuming it was going to be something that they were hush-hush about, but they were very self-aware of themselves. I mean, they have to be. And then they make that pact, blur the lines, still engage in things. And I mean, there's no really justifying that, but, you know, it's how do y'all say it? They're vampires, I guess. Y'all can have that. When did it start, though? Because, like, her mending his injury, that was sensual as f. And her explaining the whole liberation that comes from not even thinking of betting his father or anything. And she acted almost surprised when Lestat said, only me, or just for me. And she kind of withdrew. It's like, Shawty, you know what you were doing, touching him like that and saying those things. So it's almost like she was indulging, but backed off when he responded. So I'm guessing it started way back then. Look at me about to say I understand if it's a sibling, but a mother is just, fam, you came out of there. But I digress.
Edges of our pact.
Of course. Hey, kiddo, what are you doing up? Listen to your mom. I'll give you a kiss when I get home.
He's not coming home.
You are listening to...
Also, one more thing to add. It's interesting seeing Lestat in a position where he's not the dominant one in the room, if that makes sense. The way he's looking and gazing upon her with awe and reverence and also anticipation. Because when they were in the club and she was, you know, playing with the balls and coming close to him, the way he described her is almost how Louis described Lestat, like, I wanted to kill the man, but I wanted to be the man as well. It's just that reverence towards, except the kill her part. More like fuck, but it reminds me of Louis' first meeting with Lestat.
Album 15, Side B.
Estimates on the structural damage are still being calculated, so the figure we've put forth was based on comps the engaged architectural firm provided.
For a hotel hallway massacre?
Comparable damages to comparable spaces. I'd like to add a line for serrated.
These cleanup numbers are made up.
The cleanup numbers in this case are mostly going towards silencing witnesses.
This is not my first clown row, Jones and Gucci.
Insult received as compliment.
1,000 in an envelope. You guys do the
Grace Jones.
line item and hold it over your vamp. The shit over the phone.
According to Mr. Pitt here, your client's the one who called this meeting.
He did no such thing.
Mr. Pitt here, your client's the one who called this meeting.
Mr. Pitt.
You stole my personal physician. Hired my biographer. You trashed my hotel.
I didn't know it was your
Detroit Coven trashed your hotel.
I've heard the song. They cry for help. So I flew in because I care.
Oh, just as you cared in your book.
We've been through all that.
The fact that you insulted me, page after page. Why are you employing Sam Barkley after Paris?
He's paying down his debts.
Oh, since negotiated.
Sam didn't get on a boat.
We're here to litigate.
Sam didn't memorize it.
He got direct a play and then come home canoodling with one of its victims.
Santiago, I could understand. At least he had a presence, but
I'm happy to discuss, Armand, if you think that would help.
Is it true that you had Did you take turns driving across the Golden Gate Bridge? Who held the wheel harder?
Writing numbers on each other's backs.
I bet. I bet! Tell to pluck out of thin air!
I think we can wrap this up dispassionately.
Yes, let's try and circle back to the particulars.
Are you two
Yes.
companion enough for yourself a year over?
He's a great lay and emotionally unavailable. You doing her?
Yes. Petite, surprising, and can perform what most metropolitan training systems could only dream of.
Lord have mercy. Yo. You see, this is what I'm talking about, man. Just playing scenarios in your head over and over of what these scenes would look and feel like, and actually seeing what these scenes look and feel like. He said she got that thing, man. Maybe they're not even sleeping together. Maybe it's just Lestat trying to one up Louis. He know how to cut deep too. He said, "Oh, companion enough for me."
A word from our sponsor.
The sponsor of today's video is yours truly. For those of you who don't know, I'm a professional artist. I'm an oil painter, and if you want to support the channel as well as get amazing art for your wall, look no further than these professionally made canvas prints. Easy to use, they make your space just a little nicer. There's so many designs to choose from. Use the code FrankArt to get 20% off your order. Check this out, check this out. He's right there. He's right there. Also got magnets. They're very flexible. They're really good. 20% off. Have fun. Thank you all so much for your enthusiasm and support. It really helps me do everything I do. Much love. Take care. Okay. Lord have mercy. Y'all need Jesus.
Enjoying this exclusive fan experience. Christine, could you please provide 2 tickets to Mr. Pitt here and his Esquire for tomorrow night's show?
One will do. Lemuel doesn't enjoy your music.
I do like your merchandise, though. Healthy margins considering the size of your tour.
I own 40% of it.
Of my merch.
25%.
45? My bad.
I'll look into it.
Also, I love that that's not a misunderstanding they got over quick, the whole book thing. I love that that's something that they need to air out. Because they were all, you know, homie, friend over the phone until he saw the blog.
Everyone else is raped.
Lestat and his hostage squad. Get me a shot of his latest friendo.
Copy that. Where?
The Cougar Milanese in the crowd. No, not her. The one standing in judgment of the Buckeye Goth.
The one from the bus.
Okay, now go up from her to the balcony and get me a frame of pretty green eyes again.
Okay.
He is the story.
Guest of honor.
Mr. Dulac, what brings you to Toledo?
You're looking younger, Daniel.
Monocytes in Manjaro.
I'm still pissed.
Want to brawl it out in the alley after the show?
Hello?
All right.
You going here?
Oh, everything is frozen. I mean, this is like performing in front of your girl, man. Oh, your boy.
But I got distracted.
I was just thinking that now she's aware of Louis, and I'm sure she must have read the book, or I just realized another player. It's kind of like your parents meeting that boyfriend or girlfriend that they never approved of. That's but then there's maybe an extra layer of jealousy because she's her son. Also, Daniel being like, "Cash me outside." How about that? You're saying that to Louis? So I want to know: did Daniel choose to make the book before or after being a vampire? Because then it connects with what I said last episode too, with like Daniel's around and find out energy being 1,001% now that he's a vampire. So some things that he might have done pre-changing, post-changing, he wouldn't have done pre-changing. So I'm thinking, well, he was on the phone with Daniel at the end of season 2 talking about Louis bouncing his residual checks from the book. So Louis had been known that Daniel made the book, and he didn't seem very mad then. Maybe he was just more focused on all the vampires coming to his house. So many layers in this, man. Yeah, also, I think Lestat was on the path to everything just being good with Louis till he read the book. Kind of like he said he was going to write him a song, but... Does Louis know who that is? Or to him, it's just another vampire in the crowd?
Blow me, lose my number. Calls me back a week later. What about a documentary? He says, not Louis, Lestat, the white guy.
Talking around the small betrayal that kept them apart. And I know what you're thinking. He wasn't there. Daniel, Mr. Dulac, anyone I feel is important towards understanding how I woke the Queen and unleashed her wrath upon the world. And rest assured, it comes with less whining than their attempt. Did it happen in a bar with a view? I say it did.
You enduring? I'm all right. Vampire loneliness. I get it now. And I have this weird thing that happens where suddenly everyone around me disappears. Like the raptures come, you know, I feel him.
Armand.
Yeah, it happened with you and Lestat?
No.
Oh.
Weird.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I should have asked you before I published. I'm sorry.
I would have said no.
I can't fly. I can't start fires. All I got is the low-hanging balls gift. I wanted something out of it.
Had the book worked out for you.
Didn't do too much damage to you or whoever you are. Thomas, Pitt, hotels, bars, mall, retail.
Russell.
The Pitt part, is that a reference to Brad Pitt playing a character in the movie? I'm guessing.
Didn't do too much damage to you or whoever you are. Thomas, Pitt, hotels, bars, mall, retail.
I saw money on the table. Like me in it, selfish, a liar, and not the lying to myself kind of fucking liar. The writing's good, hard read.
He didn't like the part about Claudia and him on the train.
Yeah, we were finding our way back again when the book dropped. It hurt him.
I called one of my daughters, the first month dead. Called her again during the book tour. Hung up. Probably the right move.
I saw Claudia in New York, coming up the subway.
Claudia?
Yeah, someone who looked like her. In her 20s, if she'd have made it to her 20s. I watched her turn the corner.
Happened to be going in the same direction, kinda, sorta.
I saw her walk into a diner, and I couldn't help myself. Grab a booth, chase the ghost, I guess.
Damn.
I order a donut and coffee, you know, just to pass. And she comes out the back in uniform. It's not her. This one's got a different walk, accent. I'm not in this section.
Don't eat me for this, Louis.
Before they continue, that is trippy as hell. Because when I was younger, I think maybe 20, 21, I had this friend, right? We were super close and we almost dated at some point, but it didn't just work out. We were super close and unfortunately she died. She passed away, car crash, horrible. Spoke at her funeral and everything. And I think 2 years ago today, not today, like 2 years ago from 2 years ago, Val, and I think our friend Jay, we were at the restaurant. And when I tell you the table behind us, so I was just looking around to see if our food is coming. And there was this woman sitting behind us. When I tell you my heart sank because I thought that was her. And the same way Louis described it here, she looked like how my friend would have looked in her 30s or 40s. That I had to freaking tap Val. Look, Val didn't know her, but Val had seen pictures and stuff. And it's one of the most surreal experience I think I've ever had. The same shape of hair, but shorter. The dimples, the smile, the same eye color, like the same everything up. Seeing shit like that is like what he said too, like that thought goes straight to your head, like this is what they would have looked like if they lived 10 more years, 8 more years as an adult. Like this is what they would look like, you know?
My producers want to meet you.
Rashid?
Rashid, Daniel Malloy, Raglan, James, Louis DuPont, Burj Al Arab, Al Haven Med Senior Care Headquarters.
Said I'd introduce you. They got me on retainer.
Not cool, Daniel.
Not cool.
We argued about this color.
Uh-oh.
What does he know about me? What did you tell him?
That you died in 1794.
I only ever saw the aftermath. Your slit throat slow to heal. Aloof poetry behind the eyes. Uncanny beauty. Elusiveness. I see why you gave him a daughter. I see why you took her back.
And we were having such a good night, Sophie.
For real, you ruined it.
Forget her, Sadie.
Il me semble parfois comme un sang.
Okay, we have seen ending of season 2, right? So we know that loss of Claudia is real and heavy on his heart, and they mourned it together. But for a character this complex, I can't help but think if the reason why that hurts is because it's partially true. Not that you took her apart, but I mean, that's one of the parts that was very heavy for me, and I had to sit with Claudia's death is he practiced the play. You know, he was there, like he knew the end result, which, like I said, that's something both of them have hashed out and forgave each other and talked about how they were both culpable in her death and whatnot. I'm just trying to intellectualize the reason behind why a comment like that from his mom would kind of hit hard for him like that.
Your father's tongue.
In Italy never made a Baudelaire. Ainsi qu'une fontaine au rythme que ça. Mais je m'étais en vain pour trouver la blessure.
More flashbacks. Oh, she was dying. She was dying, so he didn't want her to die.
La cité comme dans un champ clos. La soif de chaque créature est par rouge la nature. We should head home to the tower.
Night is young. We travel so fast, we could be there in an hour.
Where, mother?
Oh, they went to f them up. Woo! She went straight for the dad.
Endormir pour un jour la terreur qui m'a mis. Le vin rend plus clair et l'oreille. Je cherchais dans...
Oh, he's blind.
Mais l'amour n'est pour moi que matelas d'aiguille. Fait pour donner à boire à ces cruelles filles. Mais l'amour n'est pour moi que matelas.
Jeez.
Fait pour donner à boire.
Hey, my French homies in the comments, let me know what this song is. Hung him with his guts, bro. At least they didn't kill the children.
There were 8 people on the ark. Noah, his wife, 8 people. And now, somehow, 8 billion.
Relax, bro. Don't use the Bible to justify incest, bro. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Don't do it.
Somehow, 8 billion.
Same
At
thing with the
some
garden.
point in your privileged family tree is the thing we are discussing now. And she was dying when she came to see me. That's it.
Distribution of fentanyl for half of Mission.
That's exactly what I said earlier. It's like sometimes I feel some people don't want to dissect the concept, and it's easier to just say they're vampires, they're monsters, this and that. It's like, I mean, let's stretch that intellectual muscle a little bit. Like, you know what? Yes, they can be vampires or this, but how does it still affect their love, their hate, their hunger, their loneliness, this and that? We can talk about it, you know, not necessarily to say who is right or who is wrong, but just putting a blanket of they're vampires, they're monsters on it. It's a little bit lazy. I mean, we can end it there for sure, but it's like, what's the fun in that? Like, as long as these conversations and back and forth are had in good faith, yeah. But when someone wants to slit your throat because you're trying to dissect a concept and not just stopping with they're monsters, so it's Jesus take the wheel, that's where I'm like, okay, you got it, bro. You got it. I mean, he just said the same things. I mean, shout out to him because like he brought up, you know, 18th century, yada yada. Only God knows the shit that went down back then and what was allowed and not allowed by society. So I appreciate that he went there as well. Say, hey, he brought down Noah's Ark to make a point. But then at the same time, which just adds to that complexity of Lestat, he brought up the whole, hey, we were vampires. It was like, in great efforts to understand what was going on, like I said at the top of the video, it's like that closeness between them, again, all caps, supposed to be platonic and just like paternal, you know? But it's like that closeness between them, then the added layer of like her dying and him saving her and being a fledgling like this, that added, I'm not justifying fucking your moms, dog. But all these different layers added.
It's different for vampires. That's it.
Distribution of fentanyl, unsanitary farm from their home, and in a surprising labor of ambition, power grid the other night. Not the pneumatic tube the upper floor wants to receive.
So real Rashid is really Rashid? That's his actual name?
I emphasize the first syllable, Rashid. Rashid, do you have a preference?
I have a plane waiting for me.
This coven in Detroit, they were the ones responsible for the damage to your property.
What's the ask, Mr. James?
Real. Get to it.
We would like you to take care of our problem in Detroit, Mr. Dulac.
No.
One, we're understaffed and overworked. The exponential growth in your numbers not helping matters. Two, we clean up, we don't make the mess. And three, you're extremely skilled at dispatchment. Paris, Dubai. How many in Dubai?
For real.
31?
32 if you count Agent Talbot.
No great loss, none of us like.
So that's the attack on Dubai. When is that episode, man? When is that episode gonna be, bro? 31. So they did come to his apartment, his penthouse. I mean, that's true. Louis has made a name for himself of being a vampire Rambo. I like.
31?
32 if you count Agent Talbot.
No great loss, none of us liked him much.
I only kill those who come for me first.
Name is Killer.
Tell Vampire Sam I'm gonna need him in Vegas and Reno next month.
Been tracking him since 1925. A coffin offloaded.
I don't care.
Went by a different name then.
His name was Bruce.
Bruce. I believe your Claudia spent a few nights with him once.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get back. We're going to get it back in blood. Yep. Yep.
Within this context of the failures, the first big failure was the failure of his...
Answer your brother, Lestat.
As a kid, his mother was the only person in this very hostile environment, any sort of affection.
first knew each other as humans, and Gabriella was Lestat's mother 300 years ago, had any agency or power. Only
there's a lot that you learn about who Lestat is when Gabriella, his mother, shows up.
For sure.
They are taking our sheep. They will snatch a babe soon.
Knows that if anybody's going to get up at that table and try to solve this problem with the wolves, it's going to be Lestat.
The killing of the wolves is connected intrinsically to Gabriella.
When Lestat kills the wolves, he's 30 years old. And in Gabriella's mind, he's been at home longer than he should have.
That's what I dreamed when I killed the wolves, Mother. That is a shared desire between the two of them.
Turns into a vampire, his mom dying, turns his mom into a vampire.
She saw the eyes.
Once Gabriella is turned...
It's making me think what Louis' mom would have been like as a vampire. Louis' mom was horrible. She was f***ing horrible. Horrible. The actress, though, amazing woman, goated. Now I'm just wondering what she would be like if Louis had turned her.
She can now live the life she's always wanted to live, and vampirism liberates her.
Absolutely drawn to Gabriella's absolute love of being a vampire, finding of herself, I think. The only time in her life that she has had autonomy. And
of course.
Do you like it? Like you do the blood?
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Fledgling and Maker, and I mean, they're a super complicated relationship, but they're the only people still alive that both knew each other when they were human. Fundamental drive is, and you remember me as a human being before I was this other thing. So they're deeply connected, and it's toxic, but you know, everything's toxic in vampire world.
That was one of the most justified go get it killing I've seen Lestat do. Well, that and the Tom, what's his name? The one who belittled Lestat and the one who Claudia planted the poison on. Like, I tear them to fucking bits, bro. And also, I'm just thinking about like Claudia as well and how she's similar to Gabriella. Is like Lestat probably loved that part of them that really loved being a vampire and him being their maker. You know what I'm saying? Look at this poor waitress here, bro. She ain't going home today with her tips.
Oh, my personal physician.
The songs are not about you.
It feels like a cry for help. I think Louis being a complete troll in that scene. He making Lestat angry, I think, to some extent.
Did you take turns driving across the Golden Gate Bridge? Who held the wheel harder?
Writing numbers on each other's backs and pretend.
I bet. I bet!
Which was, it's kind of trippy because like I would assume Louis would be more apologetic about the book and everything. Because like so far the only parts we've seen that was on the phone. But still I didn't even hear I'm sorry or this and this.
And pretending to guess them wrong.
I bet.
Yeah, I bet.
I bet!
The being just sort of petty.
Christine, could you please provide 2 tickets to Mr. Pitt here and his esquire for tomorrow night's show?
One will do. Lemuel doesn't enjoy your music.
Digging deeper.
Louis is looking forward to seeing Lestat's show.
Oh?
I think he's also impressed. This is what he should have always been doing. It's very on brand for Louis to think every song is about him. Who's this about? When did this happen? Who is that? Who is he? Who is she?
Could be about just the fact that why does he have to feel in general? Because he is a very emotive character, riled up in his own emotions. So I think that can be a frustrating thing. I mean, he's obviously doing a very intensely Louis until he can't anymore.
And gave him a personal solo. This was beautifully shot. The lights, it's like Adam Warlock or something.
Oh, I tried to write you the prettiest song ever.
And that's his voice.
He gets the book and he sees that it's all scribbled and scrawled, and I think it's when the guilt really starts to creep in.
This is the first time they've had a little private moment about it.
Mm. That was funny. That makes me think of when I was in early in college, and one of my crushes, she gave me it's a book of poems, like love poems and stuff. For like months and months, I read every one, and I edited, not edited, but like added things to some of the poems that were for her. But I never gave it to her. I don't know if I still have it, but like every page is just like edits, kind of like just general poems, but I made edits to like personalize it to her. That's all you're gonna get. Another amazing episode, man. Gabriella is, I just love seeing new vampires. Even Louis date. That was one fine man. His eyes, nose rings, everything. I just love seeing new vampires. His family is as disgusting as I thought they would be from Lestat's story to, what was Louis' brother's name? To Louis' brother. It just skipped my mind. About like, are you one with Christ? And Lestat gave him the whole lowdown. We finally seen the story about wolves. It's like, bruh, you got cojones of steel. Hunt wolves with a fucking musket that you have to use 10 minutes to reload. Bro, you got balls of steel, man. I mean, you were a fearless vampire before you became a vampire. And I love that. To me, part of this is also like, I love how the actors described it, like she wanted him to make a name for himself. But I also kind of read it as every child want to please their parent, right? Every child want to, look up to their parents and want to, even when the parents are toxic and like abusive, you still want to prove them wrong that you are something in a way. So I think that's part of that too. Like, mom has been by my side this whole time. Let me go prove myself. Show her I'm him as well. You know what I'm saying? And like that dependence he has towards her, kind of like Sam Reid said, it's kind of probably adds to that complication of their incest and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? She is quite the she's quite the character. I love the whole cabbage montage. And him showing himself to his band, I think that was super cool and realistic as well. Although he just wanted to focus on the breakthrough he had last time, but they're like, you suck, people, and not in the fun way. You know what I'm saying? And him reading all their minds, and so he calls her Sophia. Is that kind of like a, when you change identities, or you know what I'm saying, you get a name if you want. So it's like Sophia is just a way he differentiates both. Sophia is fledgling, Gabriella is mom. So maybe that's what kind of like makes it all right in the head. It's like that duality is separate, but then again, they're very conscious of what they're doing, a la their pact and whatnot. Boundaries cannot be made if you're still engaging in proximity to the things you were trying to avoid in the first place. I say this all the time. When I met my wife, I stopped going to the clubs. I stopped going to the bars. I stopped hanging out with some female friends alone or in private, because you being disciplined and having a pact and all this don't mean you got to test it. You know what I'm saying? So if they had made their pact and gone their separate ways, cool. But they all made a pact and still engaging in the same situations that make a good add-on, a good plus one. That pact, it crumbled in a couple of hours. I think I like this song a lot. This song, and I think one of the first ones, I like this one because this one was like less rock and more like it was softer. And I personally enjoy like softer songs. All my playlist is filled with like softer songs, R&B, anime playlists, ethereal sounds and shit like that. Daniel is being kind of an asshole. I mean, he's always been, and I loved that about him. He's been kind of a of late. Something I wanted to say, but I have to wait to the end, is Louis describing his meeting with this Claudia lookalike. Prior to this scene, I mean, it recontextualized everything. Going back to this last 2 episodes and going back to the 2 previous seasons, because like, again, the joy of, because I know I would have had a different experience with this whole show in general if I just watched it on my couch alone and didn't have to interact with people who couldn't wait for me to see quote unquote the light by ruining the story. It's like, now I'm thinking about this idea that like different seasons of this show, I even found out lately that there's gonna be the book Armand that's just from Armand and perspective wise. And it's like, okay, now before this conversation between Daniel started, Lestat was like, I'm gonna say it, or you guys are gonna hear it how I want you to hear it and whatnot. So it's like him telling us how Louis talked about Claudia. Could that also be just a way for him to also like connect to that experience of Claudia, you know, through Louis? Kind of similar to how Louis luckily experienced how Madeline viewed Claudia when he was changing her. Maybe a way to help him like just mourn and get over it? Or was this conversation actually the conversation Louis had with Daniel, like telling, you know, you don't know, right? Because especially because Lestat said it verbatim, like that, like, you guys are gonna hear it how I want you to hear it, or how I said it, da da da. So did Louis actually say that? Because I have no doubt Louis had that experience, but I mean, there's an emphasis with us hearing it from Lestat's point of view. And the whole thing with the Telemaska and Rashid, that's his actual name, which is fun. Killer. I'm guessing we're gonna see Killer soon. Detroit Coven. This man killed 35 vampires in that skyscraper. Then I'm guessing, is that where he lost his leg? But he don't seem to use a cane here, or is limping. So probably not. Yeah, the flashback and finding out what happened to their family was, I think that was pretty tight. Amazing episode, man. What I want to see is Akasha. That's how they say the name, right? I want to see her. I want to see Magnus, what he looks like. From some of the flashback we've seen so far in episode 1, that was mostly his family, but there was also a vampire with black hair. And I know that's not Nikki. So maybe that's Magnus. Can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see who took out Armand's eye and how Louis actually lost his leg. And I know there's going to be sighting of Claudia, which I'm looking forward to. But I guess with this show, you never know what you're gonna get, because we were talking with Mina on the discussion video we did with Taco, and she was talking about how for her watching this show too is just so excellent because she knows what is going on because she's a book reader, but they also changed so many things. Daniel was now old. I found out Antoinette was basically not there as Antoinette like that. I found out there was no 2 interviews in the book. It was just the one. And I found out there was no sexual assault of Claudia in the book. I found out so many other different things. And I was like, wow, really dope. If you don't know Mina, go check out her YouTube, her Patreon, Spooks with Mina. She's great. She does a lot of stuff. I'm sure a lot of you here know Taco, but go check out Fox Taco as well. Thank you all. Au revoir.